Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Burning Truth. Have a guess what he's gone and done? The man's only gone and touched the button without asking me if I was ready. You know, for 6 weeks, for 6 whole weeks, he's done it. He's gone, you ready? Are you ready? You ready, Nate? Yeah. So, bing! 9 o'clock. I'm like,
We're on the dot.
he's like, oh, we're going. We are going. Strap yourself in. Sit down.
Braced and ready.
You know, it was at that moment Matt Burns realised he had fucked up.
No, I haven't.
Not yet. But no, welcome to the Burning Truth. Across from me is the malicious, the careless, the funk soul brother, dancing, spider webbing,
What?
bad boy of British wrestling,
Haven't heard that in a while.
Matthew Burns.
And across from me is the man, the myth, the legend, Nathan Goff.
We're here.
We're live.
And we're in sound waves, baby.
That we are. Soundwave's fine. Colour,
I'm in blue.
But they don't know that. They can't
do
see
now. So, welcome everyone. As you've probably gathered, we've been a lot more socially active this week.
We've been more socially active. We've had more happenings going on.
Yeah.
So not only are we going to say hello to everybody, we're going to say hello to some different fans. Konnichiwa. From Japan.
Are you sure that's hello in Japanese?
That is konnichiwa.
Are you sure?
100%.
Because you're going to look like a prick if it isn't.
It is. Believe me, I have studied it through and through.
Oh, I hope someone comes back and says that isn't hello in Japanese. Come on, someone make me happy. Someone out there, just make me happy and say that isn't hello in Japanese.
They will say that just to make you happy, but not actually telling you the truth. It is. If I have to get you a dictionary up, if I have to get you a translation, it is.
Well, that's fine, yeah. So, welcome everyone who's just started listening. We are a fun wrestling podcast. We do this at our own time. We do it for shits and giggles. I'm a wrestling fan. Matt's a wrestler / prima donna / diva.
Prima donna diva? Really?
If you've seen him on a Friday night, it's like a dancing queen. Eating Chinese with Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean?
Abby. Come on, keep up. Otherwise, there's only one word to describe you.
Oh, really?
So this week we've covered a bit more things British wrestling. I gave Matt some homework last week and he's fulfilled his homework.
Homework? Fulfilled it. I did more than just a little bit of homework.
He went for the A-Star, so hopefully everyone's been seeing what we've been doing. A lot of big British matches, big things happening.
Definitely.
As Teddy Long said, big things are popping. Holla holla, player.
Holla holla. That they are. Just alone. If we just have, just on the Burning Truth page, we've got some top matches, entrances to certain tournaments, big news, brand new championships being won and everything. So there's quite a bit to cover, right? Since, and we've also got a infamous.
Vader versus Osprey.
Oh, the second I saw
It's a shame that's in Southampton. They could have put it anywhere in the country.
Anywhere!
And they chose fucking Southampton. Why?
No idea.
Why not like Preston? Or somewhere a little bit closer to everyone?
Might have been closer for Vader.
He's gonna fly!
Exactly.
Southampton, it's a 4-hour drive from here.
For us, but...
Imagine if you're Scottish. That's a 7-hour drive.
Oh. and no sleep.
Just put it in the Midlands. Stoke. Birmingham. Nottingham.
Liverpool.
Just anywhere apart from Southampton. I really want to watch that match. And
A lot of people want to watch that match.
but it's just out the way. Like, brilliant for RevPro for getting it on.
One thing I'll state right now, we need to state, we may get the occasional person who's probably listening and going, what you talking about, Willis? Having no idea what this match means to a lot of people. Now, to some people, they may just see, oh, it's a legend going against a new guy. It's got...
This is traditionalist versus flipperlist.
This is old school versus new school.
In every sense.
In every sense. Now, what a lot of people might not know is Vader has spoken very openly about a certain wrestler, about his match he had in New Japan against Ricochet. Now, if I recall, it had something along the lines of flippy D's and flippy doos and gymnastics.
Yeah, highly choreographed gymnastic routines, I think was the correct term used.
And that he stated you wouldn't see any of that crap in my matches.
In all fairness, I'd love to see Vader do a cartwheel into a handstand onto his feet and then do a clothesline. I think that'd be hilarious. He did do a moonsault though.
Still impressive. Still impressive, nonetheless. However, we're going to have to wait and see. Well, we're going to have to wait and find out about how that turns out.
Have you seen Vader's son wrestle?
Myself? I haven't seen him myself, no.
Because his son's a wrestler as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Supposedly in Japan. He's quite well known on the Japanese circuit.
Yep. He's slowly building a name, which is probably doing, Vader proud.
I wonder if he uses a lariat from Stan Hansen.
Ouch! Taking heads off.
So, we'll quickly nip into some more British news this week, so Matt doesn't feel like his own work's gone to waste.
Oh, definitely.
Give us your favourite 5 British things this week.
5?
Yeah.
Only 5?
Yeah.
Only 5?
Give us your favourite 5.
Shucky ducky quack quack. Now,
There's one.
I'm not going to give fave 5s or anything. I'm not going to state that. I'm just going to tell it as it is, as it comes. These are in no order. Now, as we all know, that a certain Scottish wrestler has been in America. He's in the tournaments at WWE. He's decided to fly home and only just gone into PCW in a hard-fought triple threat against Shaw Samuels and the chosen one, Drew Galloway, in a triple threat at PCW for the heavyweight championship, and only come out of it with it.
Some fair miles being clocked up.
Definitely. But straight away, there.
Did he win it with the Champagne Super?
He got the knee bar. He got that knee bar. Are you on about the
Champagne Supernova knee bar?
Oh, no. Champagne knee bar. Yeah, definitely.
Supposedly he's doing quite well.
No, it's Supernova knee bar, that's it. Supernova knee bar. Do apologise, Nom. Don't want to upset you, just in case you're listening again.
But no, there's some brilliant things. Also, you got Mark Haskins.
Mark Haskins. Now, straight away, his news is quite unusual.
Yeah.
Because of multiple reasons. Mark Haskins has gained 2 news for us this time around. However, we'll get on to the second part of his good news later on, which involves Pro Wrestling Guerrilla.
And the bowler.
Well, the Battle of Los Angeles. More on that later. Straight away, we'll go to Progress Wrestling. He was wrestling Johnny Gargano, who was also in the WWE CWC.
Yeah.
Johnny Gargano was the Smash Wrestling champion. Now, not many people know where Smash Wrestling is from. That's from Canada.
Right.
So he was defending this championship on British soil. Now, most fans watching will be looking at this thinking, "No way that's going to change hands. No way that's going to change hands in another country from normally where it's not based from, at another wrestling company. Never going to happen." I think, well, actually, begs to differ.
This is an interesting fact. Do you still have to put a deposit down for a world title if it isn't WWE?
Depends on the company.
Because most people won't realise that. But if you won the championship in the 90s with the WWE, you had to put a deposit down for the belt.
Now I can understand why. I can 100% understand why.
Even in WWE, you had to put a deposit down for the belt.
You should. You should do, because if you think about it, if they're carrying your championship gold, they're carrying it as, being your champion, showing off the goods. Now, what would you do if you lost the belt? Oh dear. You wouldn't be too happy, would you?
No. But it's not a well-known fact that people like to put deposits down.
It's not a known fact, but it depends on in this case. Now, straight away, Mark Haskins has done something quite rare. He's won a championship belt for another company, at another company, across seas. So he's now become, and not only that, he's also broke new records in Smash Wrestling as well, as he is the first British champion for them, well, heavyweight champion. So, well done, Mark Haskins.
So he'll be flying the flag overseas.
That he will be. And so, which he may be doing at the same time as he's at a certain other company for a tournament, which we'll get more on that later. Now, Progress didn't just have one set of news. It had another surprise. It had the Progress Wrestling Championship on the line, which is the villain, Marty Skittle, against Tommy End.
Yeah.
Now that match was going back and forth like nobody's business. Hard fought battle. Marty Skittle got the win. However, did he leave with that championship belt?
No.
Oh no. Unfortunately, he didn't, because a certain Natural Progress Series winner, which would be Pastor William Ava, I believe.
Yeah.
Who as we've actually seen, dealing out wrestling lessons to a certain YouTuber, KSI. Have you not seen that?
No.
Oh yeah, KSI actually decided to ruling sports to learn the art of wrestling, and it was Pastor William Ava who was dishing out the beating.
Nice.
So now KSI can now say he's wrestled championship material. Quite interesting news. Now, straight away from this win, a lot of people were shocked and surprised by it, for how it's happened. From out of nowhere, left field, nobody expected it. The biggest shock after was the aftermath. Oh, was the villain happy?
Probably not. When is the villain ever happy?
The villain immediately went into the back locker, into the higher ups area, choking people left, right, and centre. He was destroying property. He was not happy. So, at the next Progress Wrestling event, we have got
the rematch.
The match, which is Pastor William Ava versus the villain, Marty Skittle.
Nice.
And not many people may recognise this, but the Progress Wrestling Championship
There's a world heavyweight
is a world championship. It's an official world championship. And the biggest shocking news is who made it a world championship?
Drew?
Nope.
AJ?
Nope.
Go on.
Marty Skirtle himself.
Nice.
So he wants that title back.
Yeah.
Now, we move on to some other news, which is one set of news I'm going to have to clear off from the chest straight away. You're not going to like this.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Not on this podcast.
Why not?
Not on this podcast.
Why not?
No.
Why?
No.
Explain.
No.
Why?
No.
Regardless of it, we've got to cover it because it is British wrestling. What Culture Pro Wrestling have officially arrived with their first episode of Loaded, which is on YouTube. You can actually find the link on YouTube right now if you actually look it up. WCPW Loaded. Episode 1's up now. For the first,
you can also find it on our Facebook page.
What?
It's also on our Facebook page.
The old link is, but that's an old live link. That is. It's no longer active at the moment, unfortunately. So you won't actually find it there, but you'll actually find the actual owners of the channel and be able to sort of redirect yourself from there. So you'll see what it is. However, I will say for British talent, they had some good talent on first match. Straight off triple threat. We had triple threat matches. We had Big Damo in action and everything, but we also had some vicious power drivers as well at the end of the show. And What Culture also debuting a brand new, more realistic belt.
Yeah.
Instead of his plastic belt, which unfortunately certain What Culture fans will be saying R.I.P. What Culture Heavyweight Championship. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to give them a quick shout out. Just give it a check because they've just also announced one match for their second episode, which will be on YouTube, 10 o'clock British Standard Time on Monday, which is episode 2, which will have Alligaro versus Jay Lethal, the ROH Heavyweight Champion, with implications that if Alligaro wins, he will get a ROH title shot.
Right.
Anyway, moving on. We've now got a list of names because we're now at the
Battle for Los Angeles or Battle of Los Angeles.
Battle of Los Angeles tournament, which is for Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. Now, my colleague Nathan Goff isn't as clued up.
Not the biggest PWG fan.
He's not the biggest PWG fan. However, they have their moments. However, he's not more or less into their clips that they do. Now, if you're actually watching a PWG event, they do actually think quite cleverly. They let the people be themselves more so. It's more of a be yourself kind of attitude vibe at a show, but also making sure to entertain the fans. Now, immediately, these people who we're about to mention are all entries of the PWG 2016 Battle of Los Angeles. But we are congratulating them because they're from our country. They are the British. So straight off, we've got the first person to announce, Mark Haskins, who's the 4th entry. Young and better Peter Dunne, who's number 6. The gentleman Jack Gallagher, who's the 12th entrant. We've also got Mark Andrews, also known as Mandrews by TNA, who's the 14th entrant. And
Party Marty,
number 17. Well, it's not Party Marty, he's former Party Marty. He's just a villain, Marty Skirtle, which he could actually end up having a rematch against a certain person who's after winning the tournament. who previously tried to take the Progress Championship from him.
Go on.
Chris Hero.
Nice.
So technically, on British soil, we had a hero
versus the villain.
The villain.
And the dark side one.
And the dark side one. And a very, very brutal match, if I might add. Now, straight away...
How many entrants does this tournament normally get?
It doesn't get as many as what it has at the moment. We normally get about... It can vary from time to time.
Is it going to be 32, do you think?
Not too sure, because they normally do a 3-night event. Now this is the most that we've ever had for entrances.
Think they'll go to 24 then, or
possibly? I don't know, but at the moment we're currently at 20. I don't know if they'll hold out at 20 or if they'll go to 24. Now we have just mentioned some of the names of the wrestlers. However, now these are British wrestlers that we have. They were the British wrestlers that we've already mentioned. Now the rest that we're about to mention aren't British wrestlers, but just hear the names out. Cody Rhodes, former WWE wrestler. Kamachi, I do apologise if I butchered it. Yes, it is Kamachi. Number 3, Jeff Cobb. Now, not that many people may know him, but if certain people actually just looked at Jeff Cobb and looked at a certain wrestler in Lucha Underground and the style, they'll know exactly who he is. But we're not going to be dropping any matches, anytime soon. Number 5, ROH's Dalton Castle. We've got Sami Callihan, who is pretty much a machine with hardcore death matches.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Who's out of NXT, for those of you that aren't aware.
That he is, formerly known as Solomon Crow.
Yeah.
The next entrance is somebody who not Party Marty, the villain knows very well, as he faced him and beat him. Tommy End.
Yeah.
Who's from the Netherlands. Trevor Lee, who was in TNA.
Yeah.
Adam Cole, who's a former...
Baby!
And usually always referring to sucking his dick. At PWG. A former ROH heavyweight champion. John Hannigan, also known as...
Johnny Mundo.
Also known as...
Johnny Morrison, or Johnny Nitro.
He's been on many, many different names. But John Hannigan is in. The next guy, who was determined to win it this time. He is determined. He's been in multiple. And last year, he got so close. So close. Before having it ripped from him by Zack Sabre Jr.
Well,
this is Chris Hero.
Nice.
Next is a former winner of Battle of Los Angeles, but he wasn't the most recent. This is Ricochet.
Yeah, Prince Puma.
We're not meant... What? Is he? I never knew that. Joke aside. Anyway, we've got a shocking entrance, which is Matthew Riddle. Now, a lot of people are going to say, Matthew Riddle? Why does that name ring a bell? From outside of wrestling. Well, it will do, because even though he does wrestle at Evolve and a few other independent companies, he is a former UFC fighter. However, he got into some controversy at UFC and ended up getting banned. So, at the moment in time, he's currently now giving wrestling a try and seems to be doing not too bad for himself. Next, we've also got Born Again Matt Sydal, who's going to be a very interesting entrance again.
Yeah.
Another former Battle of Los Angeles winner, which would be Kyle O'Reilly. But at the same time, he's also a former PWG heavyweight champion. So, got some quite heavy credentials in the tournament. And last, so far, that we can announce so far, unless there's no more being announced, we've got Lucha Underground's own Phoenix.
Yeah.
So, quite a bit of news there. That's just been quite just dropped wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
And as of right now, I've got to make one announcement right now, which is happening as we speak. This event, which is Preston City Wrestling Top Gun in Blackpool. Now, one of the biggest matches that's been announced. You can see it straight on the screen, can't you?
Yeah.
Would you say it's a potential match of the year?
It is.
It is. Bubblegum versus Zack Sabre Jr. That match will be completely off the hook. As many people might say, off the hook, off the chain, match of the year, amazing. It's going to be excellent. What do you think?
Yeah, it definitely has the potential. You know, there's a lot of potential in there. I think Zack Sabre Jr. will enter the Bowler tournament.
No, he can't.
Can't he?
Nope. He can't because the Battle of Los Angeles tournament is actually for a shot at the PWG Heavyweight Champion.
And is he the heavyweight
champion? And he is the Heavyweight Champion.
So, basically, it's like a shortened down version of New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1 Climax.
Potentially, yes.
For those of you that aren't aware, G1 Climax is reviewed on the independent scene and World Wrestling as the closest thing to a wrestling masterclass tournament.
Masterclass. And that it is. You seem a bit interested in something?
Yeah, the Germans have scored.
In case anybody wants to listen in and find out if we do apologise if we just spoiled some results there.
I'm sorry, but money! It's the Germans!
Why is it the second that you said that, all I hear was, money, money, money!
So like Donald Trump, money, money!
No, we're not doing that because I'm not getting sued.
Like, since England got battered by Iceland, it's just been there just to fund, the time waiting for football season to get back in.
It is. But I will say, we've just had quite a lot of news there.
Yes, we have.
Haven't we? But anyway, is there anything so straight away from there, we've had a lot of British wrestling news there. Is there anything you'd like to talk about?
So, what I'm interested in speaking about today, there's going to be a lot of things that we're not mentioning that are WWE related at the moment. But, those of you that aren't aware, again, I'm going back over to the Orient. I'm going to the best of the Super Juniors.
What's going on here?
This is indie. It's like indie.
What's going on? From Nathan Goff?
And Yushin, the Red Thunder Ranger.
I can now hear many fans going, get it right!
It's Yushin Thunder Liger has announced that next year he will not participate in the Best of the Super Juniors. For those of you that aren't aware, the Best of the Super Juniors tournament, he has only missed it twice in 30 years. And both of them times he missed it, he won another tournament that was being held at the same time. He missed it in 2005 and 1996, I think.
If you're wrong, you will be redacting that.
I said I think. I'm trying to remember from when I was looking at it earlier. I didn't write it down, I didn't have time. But he's only missed 2 tournaments. And he's been in the tournament with some Super Juniors people might know him, people like Chris Benoit.
Formerly known as Package Kid at the time.
Yeah. One half of the Hollywood Blondes. And no, it isn't Stunning Steve Austin.
That would be the
Flying Brian Pillman.
Who a lot of people are saying somebody is currently reminding them of him. A certain WWE champion.
Dean Ambrose. But no, he says it's time to move on as the tournament's going in a new direction. It's for the fast and hard hitting. It isn't there for the showman style anymore. So he's decided. He said, "I will be very surprised if I enter next year's."
Yeah.
It sounds like he's going to hang up.
He's going to be hanging up. Or he's either going to be hanging up his trunks. He's either hanging up or he's moving out the way.
Yeah, he's moved out of the way to like other
Superstars to
Yeah.
come up the rankings.
The man's 51.
And even so, it's still impressive for what he can do. He is still an impressive wrestler. Still.
Are you surprised he didn't get an invite to the CWC?
Very. Very surprised he wasn't invited to the CWC. The fact is, they've actually gone on contract.
Yeah.
That we have. And I'm surprised they didn't call up him because he is a recognised legend.
Mm.
But we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that goes on.
So that's it for my Japanese news.
Moving back over to the US.
Yeah, so we've gone from Britain to Japan, and now...
Unless you want to surprise us from left field from either Mexico or some other country.
No, I haven't got anything from CMLL yet.
Nothing from CMLL or even from the Underground, even that is a Mexican themed wrestling, which is in the US.
Mm-hmm.
Not. Anyway, I actually have potentially some news from the Underground, which involves a certain
Top superstar finishing up.
Yes.
Is it Ricochet?
No. Some guy named Prince Puma. Potentially wrapping up. Now, the question is this going to be the final wrap up of this wrestler? Is he going to be re-signing or anything? If it is that he's coming to the end of his contract, will WWE be snapping him up?
Yes.
And if this... Basically, WWE have probably got their contracts out. They're ready. The second, the hour he's out, boom, straight across.
Yeah.
If not, they could end up missing again this wrestler. However, straight away, there's a ROH wrestler who's just recently become free agent, as we've previously mentioned. And I guess who he bumped into recently?
Go on.
During a gym session. Seth Rollins. He bumped into Seth Rollins. Now, which former ROH wrestler could I be talking about? Oh, the master of the backbreaker, Roderick Strong. Now, I call him the master of the backbreaker because, my God, he's got so many different versions of a backbreaker. You've seen him.
Yeah.
Even his own finishing, one of his finishing moves, the end of Heartache. Now, not everyone thinks, why is it called the end of Heartache? A vertical suplex getting thrown up in midair into a backcracker, or a backstab as known by the WWE fans. What does that scream to you?
Pain.
Pretty much. He hits that move. I've seen him hit that move in person, and he hit this on Will Ospreay, and he had enough time to land the move, look at him. What's that look on your face? It was pain. I moved on.
Got a feeling of pride.
But unfortunately, it's being overwhelmed by the blinding rage. And let's get back into the news with WWE. Now, straight away, I had a bit of a nice surprise on Raw this week. Seth Rollins actually bringing up Roman's...
They had to.
They had to, in all fairness.
That big of a fuck up.
Oh.
Can't go without public knowledge. Not in 2016. 2005, 6, maybe.
Maybe. He would have been able to sweep it underneath the rug if they hadn't announced Roman Reigns fighting at the next main event. Now, even though he's in the main event and they're saying, oh, he had an accident, his biggest mistake, it is a big mistake. Now, what he does now is going to determine whether WWE are going to really trust him again. Even if they may not even do that.
No.
Could be a one and done. So Roman needs to basically.
We'll find out on how far down the card he goes.
Oh yeah, we'll find out soon enough. He's basically just got to hope he gets the Randy Orton treatment.
Yeah.
And not the other treatments of, that's it, you're done, you're out.
But it'll be interesting to see how WWE deal with it.
It will be. It will be. More interesting news.
Jerry Lawler's back.
Jerry Lawler. Well, he's not back yet, but the suspension has been lifted. Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, so there's been a lot of reaction from this. I've seen some responses from this happening. Some fans saying, is this really necessary? Is it true what's happened? Have the findings come out officially and everything? Now, one person, and I will state on this comment that I saw, not going to be naming names, however, I just looked at it and it just basically stated, the man could get away with murdering me, and he'd probably still get cheered. What the hell do you say to that?
It's a local hero in Memphis, isn't he?
He is, but
there's only a few gods in Memphis. One of them's Elvis, and the other one's Jerry Lawler.
The king.
Comes to something when one state's got two kings.
Two kings? Do we?
No, of Memphis.
Ah.
We've got the king of music
and the king of wrestling. However, we do have a certain What Culture Pro wrestling guy who keeps trying to state he's better than Jerry Lawler. And certain fans have been announcing that by putting Global Box saying King Ross is better than Jerry Lawler. And the signs that's been spotted on TV. Yeah. So you got King Ross going, King! Really?
We'll see. We will see. So, what's got your attention this week in the world of WWE?
One shocking news I've got to set announce now. What's got my attention?
Done.
What's happened to the vignettes for Make Darren Young great again?
They forgot?
He wasn't on SmackDown.
No.
What's going on?
Well, there's only so great you can make something that isn't great.
Oh, wait. I know what they did. They realised, he wasn't great in the first place. Or, this isn't working.
Or he's a better tag team wrestler than he is a singles wrestler.
Straight off the bat. That's that. Now, the question is are they now doing quiet because he's going to be debuting soon? Or are they keeping quiet because they've decided they're going in a different direction?
They'll probably go a different direction.
Hopefully.
So if you just bear with us, I'm in there, folks.
So it's just the system doing an update.
So that's fine. So, what's made you happy?
A certain tour. We've been able to see some top talents against. We've seen some top talents of NXT against some top talents of WWE.
Go on.
Shinsuke Nakamura
Against
versus Kevin Owens.
We're seeing Asuka against Natalya.
We're seeing some talent there now. One picture that stood out to me. Someone goes to me, Kevin Owens will kill Nakamura. Pictures don't lie. There is a picture.
Don't fuck with Nakamura.
Don't. Or better yet, ask Kevin Owens after he woke up, because he got a move done to him, and someone lucky enough managed to get a picture of it. I'm just trying to think of the pronunciation of this word. Do you know what it is, Nathan?
I do. I'm not doing my Corey Graves impersonation.
Why not?
Because I'm not doing my Corey Graves impersonation.
Why?
Because we're live.
Because we're live. Could you at least name the move?
The Kinshasa.
The Kinshasa. You don't want to be sued, do you?
What?
You don't want to be sued, do you?
I'm not doing a Corey Graves impersonation.
Why not?
Because I don't do it justice. There should only be one person who is able to pronounce that move. He should run down to the ring every time he goes for it and grab the mic.
And announce it, pretty much just go, we're not doing it, don't worry, because we don't want this person to let you turn around saying, do it damn right, Phillips. Oh, wait.
Do it, Phillips, do it right.
Part of an impersonation, but we're not doing it over the move. The person you're on about is Corey Graves. The man knows how to call that move.
There's commentators who you associate with moves. So, for me, Jim Ross.
Stunner.
The Stunner.
Or Rock Bottom.
Yeah. Michael Cole. The Attitude Adjustment.
The AA.
Or the RKO. I don't know where.
Pedigree?
No, Gorilla Monsoon always used to call the leg drop.
Oh, God.
But there's announcers. So if you look back at ECW, you've got
The Oh My God.
the Oh My God and Kafa!
That can only be Joey Styles.
Have you seen Paul Heyman's latest tweet?
Which one?
The one saying that he wants Joey Styles to be in WWE 2K17 just so Brock Lesnar can F5 him, and halfway down, yeah, oh my God!
Splat. Now, speaking of the new WWE game, interesting news that is. Topic to talk about. Have you seen who's on the cover?
You're next.
What? You're next. You're next? No. He isn't. He isn't on the main cover.
Isn't he?
No, he's not.
Brock Lesnar on the cover.
Brock Lesnar's on the cover. However, there's a small adaptation of Who's Next? Bill Goldberg. Now, immediately from having the news of Bill Goldberg being announced for the game, and have you seen
We
the
don't
trailer?
talk about the game.
Really? Really? I'll reword that from the game. We will talk about WWE 2K17. One interesting fact about it is you see Goldberg in the car, you're driving off, and you see a reflection.
Suplex City, bitch.
Suplex City. Now, straight away, that's everyone going mental, saying, we got a WrestleMania rematch. That's a Mania rematch.
I don't want a WrestleMania rematch of that. That was the biggest clusterfuck in WrestleMania.
It was a nightmare. Do you want to see the biggest shock? Do you want to see the biggest news?
Go on.
Goldberg's gone on record to say, nope, not happening. It's just for the game only.
Yeah, but the game is designed by 2K, not by WWE.
That's a test.
So 2K just need Vince's permission to use.
However, they have actually discussed it together. WWE and Goldberg have, but only over the game. Nothing else. No Lesnar's contract or any dealings with him actually appearing at a WWE event. So unless they actually speak, he has stated he will not talk about it unless it's actually been brought up in person, which it has not.
The thing is, if you're going to do a WCW game, like to revisit the history of WCW.
WWE.
No. If you're going to revisit the history of WCW, you can't revisit the history without
Goldberg.
Yeah.
Definitely. You can't.
Just as long as the finger poke of doom isn't in there.
Oh, good lord. The what? I don't remember. I have no memory. No.
It's amazing how wrestling fans get amnesia around certain points in time.
However, if
Don't care from how much.
What happened? I don't remember.
Katie Vick.
Who?
Kane electrocuting Shane McMahon's testicles.
That's just some funny shit.
That's just some fucking kinky shit right there.
Anyway. I can't even get it. Jesus Christ. Really?
Al Snow eating dog.
Moving back to the finger poke of doom. Let me just point one thing out.
I've got one.
If you get the gist that. Wait. Do you know what night that was? The finger poke of doom? That was a very important night. That was the night a certain announcer, a commentator from WCW
put the kiss of death on it.
put the kiss of death on that night.
Wasn't that Mark Madden?
No, Tony Schiavone. That would be Tony Schiavone.
Because that'll put butts in seats.
Oh, and who was he referring to? Mick Foley.
Good old St. Mickles.
Now, the announcement was them dropping the bombshell of WWE, which was pre-recorded, and they decided to announce and drop the bomb that Mick Foley was winning the WWE title from The Rock. That'll put a lot of butts in seats. Irony of it is, what happened?
The Mick Foley actually won the world title, and it put butts in seats.
It did. It did. You have to go and show me that now.
Yeah. For those of you who want a Euro 2016 update live, Germany won, the Italians won.
So if anybody's got any bets on Germany, you may be swearing right now.
I cashed out.
Some of us are lucky. Anyway, moving on. Back onto subject. So straight away, we're back. Tony Schiavone basically say, I'll put a lot of butts in the seats. Now, Mick Foley didn't know about that comment. He found out after the night. And he just went, you need to see, someone informed him, you need to hear what's been said. He said he was heartbroken. He was devastated. He couldn't believe a friend of his, well, what he considered a friend of his, was stooped so low. That's...
Well, it's like Bischoff telling him say it, isn't it?
Even so, he said, I could say it was Bischoff telling him what to say. However, he still could have said no. That's how...
Would you tell Vince McMahon no?
Yes.
Yes, you wouldn't tell him no, or yes, you'd...
I'd tell him.
No, you would.
I would tell him. If I was on his employment, that's a whole different story.
Right, so, we're going to do a favourite five now.
Oh, before we do that, let me just finish off this little tangent. Mick Foley was so happy the next day because he went to them ratings viewings. And he's going, please tell me we beat them. Please tell me we beat them. Please tell me we beat them. Oh, guess what? They did. That makes it even better. When did they beat them? At a critical moment.
When Mick Foley won the title.
Oh, yeah. Guess what, Tony Schiavone? Mick Foley winning the WWE World Heavyweight title. WWE title.
It put butts in seats.
It put butts in seats. Now, one interesting news I need to bring up that just sparked in my memory just by mentioning the heavyweight title. Did anybody notice on Raw the drop of a certain name on a title?
Just the WWE title.
Bingo.
Not the WWE World Heavyweight.
WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Dean fucking Ambrose, even though WWE won't allow the middle part.
Yeah, it's just WWE Champion.
Now, some people could say, are they just dropping it off, and does that make Dean less of a champion? Or are they dropping that down for other implications?
They're dropping it down for the brand split.
Which they are, which we're not confirming it.
We're not denying it.
We're not denying it. There's a big chance there's going to be 2 main championships for WWE.
Yeah.
The question is, who's going to be where? And who's going to be representing? Anyway, back onto your subject, which is your
My favourite 5. So we're going to do our most favourite 5 moments in wrestling history.
moments.
Moments that you consider to be iconic moments.
Iconic. Okay. Would you care to...
So I'll start this. WrestleMania 10. Not WrestleMania 10. WrestleMania 12. Shawn Michaels ziplining to the ring.
When you say moments, is this just entrances or...
No. Things that stand out in wrestling as
In your
iconic
mind.
moments in time.
Special.
Yeah.
Right?
Moments that people go, do you remember when?
Yeah. I get you. I get you. And the zip line, definitely iconic. Because it was special. It was the boyhood dream.
Yeah.
Definitely. Good call that one is. For myself,
Can I just say, when we're on about commentators, who commentated that line at the end? The boyhood dream has come true.
Vince McMahon. Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
And that line is on introductions and everything. When people talk about WrestleMania, you hear that line more than any other fucking line.
Ever. And not many people realise it's Vinny K himself. One of mine, and this is iconic for a different reason, but it does involve Shawn Michaels. Do you have any ideas where I'm going?
The Montreal.
No. It would be during the time of a certain barbershop
The window.
moments. Oh, the window scene. This was the moments when Shawn decided to break the glass. And some people may think we're meaning figuratively. Shawn actually meant it literally with his tag team partner by throwing Marty Jannetty face first.
Well, just slammed his head through the glass.
Pretty much after you switch ending.
Yeah.
Oh, and that showed his mean streak. That the Rockers were over.
And he bought in a sensational sherry.
And that he did. And how much, and what happened, and the rest is history. The rest is history.
So, my second one is going to be the infamous King of the Ring 2000. Kurt Angle and Shane McMahon.
You motherfucker.
Just throw me through it again.
Thank God. Straight away, unfortunately, you're going to have to be going again anyway, straight after, because I've got to have this as number 4 as well. Just on the principle. Because there's no way I'm not having that. Because that was something. What makes it so weird is, originally, they were worried about the glass breaking from the entrances, from the fireworks.
Yeah.
So they moved the stage forward a little bit, certain sections of it, so the explosions of fireworks didn't shatter the glass. Now, the glass that should have been there should have been. Now, this might actually break a bit of realism right now. Should have been sugar glass.
Yeah.
Was it sugar glass?
No.
Oh, no. Do you know what glass it was?
It was plexi, wasn't it?
Plexiglass. Now, don't know if you know this. How hard is plexiglass? Oh, I will say one thing. It's a God-given testament for Kurt Angle to get him through on the fucking second try on plexiglass. Admit it. Now, that's a testament to Kurt, not only just to Kurt, but to Shane. He thought Shane was knocked out. completely KO'd.
Yeah.
He throws him, thump, and you see his head just slide down and hit the cat. Oh God, that's just nightmarish. Nightmarish, isn't it?
Yeah.
But he just says, "Oh, screw this, we'll leave it. Throw me, throw it, God damn it!" And as he throws him through, he's thinking, "Right, we're done." Shane, throw me through it again. He was like, Christ! The first time he goes to the Bally to Bally, he throws, almost lands on Kurt because he's in an attacking space area this time. However, I think Kurt just thought, forget this, I'm throwing your head first. Which actually set up a certain scene from the Breaking the Glass. If anybody remembers the very first SmackDown intro, which had a certain song by Marilyn Manson, Beautiful People.
Yeah.
It smashes through from what looks like the SmackDown sign straight away when Shane come flying out, and he just said he was just lying there. He's thinking, I'm broken. Oh, for God's sake, I'm broken. Kurt crumbles to the floor and saying, we've got to get back to the ring. You get back to the ring. It gets back to the ring, and they're both wrestling. It's all right. We just had a message from a colleague, a colleague who hasn't been around. He's not doing his job. Yes, we understand that you're saying it's not plexiglass. That's your view. Plexiglass doesn't shatter. It is nearly bulletproof, mate. It was just toughened glass. Now, I'm not the one who's actually stating what it was or not. This is what Kurt Angle and Shane McMahon were stating. They were stating it was plexiglass. We're not. The Brain and Truth ourselves, Nathan Goff or Matt Burns, are stating that it was plexiglass or not. So straight away, we are stating ourselves the glass that was actually there wasn't sugar glass, so the damn thing was not easily breakable. So it was Kurt Angle and Shane McMahon who stated it was plexiglass.
I'm going to bring up my third one to move on.
Can I just wrap it up quickly?
Yeah.
Because we're about to get to a moment of that match. That's quite crucial. Kurt Angle decides to angle slam him off a board that's on the top rope. Just as he's about to grab him, do you know what the message was? That he gave to Shane? I think I've broken my tailbone. Yo, what? Straight off.
Things you don't want to hear while being lifted in the air. This could hurt.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
So, my number 3 moment is the Hurricanrana off a steel cage in TNA.
Oh. I know exactly which moment you're on about now.
Which was done by LAX.
Elix Skipper.
Yeah.
If you want it, it's not LAX. It's Triple X.
Yeah, Triple X versus America's Most Wanted.
Yes, it was. Whereas Triple X was Christopher Daniels and Elix Skipper.
Yeah.
And it was America's Most Wanted, which is
Chris Harris.
Which is James Storm.
Yeah.
Cage match.
Brutal. But he runs across the cage. Was it the 6-sided?
6-sided.
So
there's even less.
Yeah. So from what I remember, he ran across one side, sort of jumped across a little bit of like the corner gap, carried on running, then jumped the other bit of the corner.
However, I actually think Elix lost his footing.
Yeah.
Just before he reached, but he had the know-it-alls. He was swing my legs, and hope for the best.
Yeah.
And he somehow reached. He did the impossible. He goes flying. The rest is history.
That's a death-defying moment that put TNA on the map.
Definitely. My next one is going to be 2 moments at the same level. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to pick 1 moment. 1 moment. And it was during a certain tournament, during a certain event in June. Paul Mickles.
Being tucked off the cell?
Not just once.
Twice.
Twice. Christ. I will give Mick Foley a testament right now. This showed how tough, how dedicated he is. The man's got to be near enough indestructible.
Yeah.
Just from this one match, Mick Foley's even stated himself. This one moment, as soon as it happened, completely erased everything he did. Ever.
Because of that moment, he was called a bona fide stuntman.
By some people. Now, this would be the King of the Ring match, which against Undertaker in Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Now, we know that the match wasn't for the
Bearing in
fate of
mind,
ours.
Undertaker and Mankind have gone back and forth for a year already.
Ballroom brawls,
Buried
hardcore
alive.
matches, buried alive, everything. You name it. They beat the living hell out of each other. Now, this match, do not care who you are. If you were watching it yourself, which I was, I looked at it in absolute shock. Now, at the time, a lot of people were saying Undertaker was the hero. Mick Foley, Mankind was in the realm of uncertainty. Was he a good guy, bad guy? Undertaker was more in the realm of being a good guy, more so than bad guy. But then we get to the top, they're both fighting each other, but they showed this hatred towards each other.
Yeah.
Which clearly showed. They get on top of this Hell in a Cell. You see them fighting, and you can see JR literally calling. They're fighting quite near the edge, and I don't like it. For 1 second, folks, I don't like it. And then you see Taker just grab Mick Foley and throw him clean off the cell.
It's interesting because if you've listened to the Foley Shane interview, he said there was a difference between my one and your one, Shane.
Oh,
he
definitely.
Goes, I didn't want jump off. He goes, I asked Undertaker throw me off.
He got thrown off. Shane willingly jumped off. Now, I know what you're saying. Why isn't the Shane one rated higher in this moment? There's a reason why.
The original.
A, this is original. And B, Shane only went off the top once. Mick didn't. Mick in this one match went from the top to the floor, or to the ring, twice. The first fall was still nasty enough.
Yeah.
And I don't even think...
On the second one, didn't one of his teeth go through his lip?
Oh, yeah. I'll explain that one in detail in a minute. Now, the first one, I don't even think the Spanish announce team were even prepared for this. You just saw them go, woof! You just see...
Oh, fuck.
coming in fast. I'm surprised Mick Foley didn't shout, incoming!
Be like worms.
Pretty much. And he hit that with a thud.
Yeah.
And on was it his shoulder?
Yeah.
Don't care even if it's padded or not, if that table was padded or not. Even if it's one of them ones that breaks in a certain way to protect him, doesn't matter. That is still going to hurt. Shane McMahon even stated, okay, the one that he jumped onto was padded. Even he's just said he felt like he couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
He felt like he couldn't breathe. So Mick Foley was then, the cage was then lifted. I will say this. I'm glad Taker wasn't scared of heights. Because he's on top of that cage, and that cage went even higher.
Yeah.
As he got lifted for the medical staff come down to help. Now, when that happened, you heard King and JR stating they expected this to be a car wreck, but they didn't expect this. And then when they see Mick Foley get back up on the ramp. A lot of people are saying, holy hell, he's insane. But not only is he insane, as soon as the cage comes back down, looking like it's coming back down, Foley's gotten up, walks over to the Hell in a Cell cage, and he's climbing back up. And you hear the commentators, he wants to go back up. Is he insane?
And what goes up?
Must come down. Oh my God, did he come down? Chokeslam. Taker must have been glad he wasn't standing on that panel. He chokeslams Mick Foley through the top of the cage, straight through.
They weren't expecting the ring go, though, were they?
No, they weren't expecting the cage to go. The cage wasn't meant to have broken. And because it did, the ring wasn't prepared. Now, during the second through fall, which was a No Way Out
against Triple H,
they knew it was going to go through. So what did they do? They prepared the ring.
Yeah.
This one wasn't prepared. Don't care who you are. That canvas hurts.
Yeah.
I've jumped, just from me jumping from a running position, I've jumped off the top rope. That hurts. Now, off the Hell in a Cell,
when you're not expecting it.
When you're not expecting it, that's going to hurt. Not only that, as he was chokeslammed on that panel that went through, there was a steel chair.
Yeah.
On it. So as he went through, the chair stuck up, leg up, hit Foley in the mouth as he fell, and then hit the canvas.
Yeah.
Which is caused the infamous teeth through his nose, which is not a pretty sight.
No.
But Mick Foley had the nerve to get back up, continue.
And do another 5 minutes.
And do more, right? Albeit somebody had to take a chokeslam out of his boots, or out of his shoes. Terry Funk. Because Mick Foley was states, all he remembers after waking up from that moment was seeing a pair of sneakers. And however, I know this match quite well because if you listen and watch the for All Mankind DVD, which is on the WWE Network for just
$9.99.
Or if you go to any HMV store or any online store, which would be like something like Play.com or anything, they'll have it on there if you need it. But anyway, Vince McMahon states, "I love what you've done. I appreciate what you've done. However, you ever do something like that again, I will personally fire you. I will personally fire you, Mick."
So I'll move on to my second, and we'll try to keep these ones short.
Do apologise for that long-winded one. It's just a...
So my second one is actually one that isn't quite shown as much, like a dark match highlight, because it didn't show that much on tally.
What?
But it's Rikishi doing a splash off the top of the cage.
Yeah. Now, a lot of people can say, he's just doing a splash.
That's 400.
That's 400 plus pounds.
Diving
coming
20
off.
foot onto Chris Benoit.
That shit's gonna hurt. And credit to a certain Chris or Christopher for taking it.
That is a big moment for the big guys, showing they can still do the spots that the smaller men can do.
That's just rib crushing. And
but
that is
still a big spot.
Definitely.
Go on.
Another moment for me. I'm trying to. Yes, I do. It is. It's a SummerSlam event. It's on British soil. Bret Hart versus the British Bulldog for the IC title.
92.
Yes. That match was magical. Interesting fact, though. When the match, everything was all decided and everything, The first lockup of Bret Hart and Davey Boy Smith. What's next? Somebody had forgotten the whole.
Yeah, they planned everything and you forgot it.
in an instant, which showed a testament to one man's ability on getting to a match.
Yeah.
However, even though you could say it's one man's testament, both of them a testament to, because regardless, if one of them's forgot and the other one's trying to have them catch up, they had a magical moment. Just when that moment came from the sunset flip, tag, roll, cinched in, 1, 2, 3.
So, my last moment is the Shawn Michaels super kick to Shelton Benjamin
Oh,
on Raw. You find me a better timed super kick.
I don't know. I think he did one on Mysterio.
Not as good as one on Benjamin.
No, it wasn't as reactive as Benjamin. Because Benjamin, I don't even think he had his feet on the. Mysterio didn't have his feet on the floor, but Mysterio knows how to take this move.
Yeah.
I don't think Benjamin saw this foot coming.
Benjamin has started delivering a super kick, and Michaels must have gone, "You call that a super kick?"
I made him pay.
Yeah.
Oh, did he? Boy, did he eat the foot.
Incoming!
Bam! As soon as that happened, the commentators called it, I called it, my mother called it, my father called it, my uncle called it.
Next door.
Next door called it. The whole street called it. It's over. If he kicked out of that, I would have literally declared, bullshit!
Fucking bullshit!
Fucking bullshit!
Go on, you're number one.
Mine has to be the first, and I still get a tingle from it. The first time we had Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock at WrestleMania.
15.
I think it was 15. The first time ever. It was magical. And this isn't just like a moment because of. This is why I call it a moment, because the whole thing was a moment. The vibe of it, the electricity, each person knew where they were at, what they were doing, and how it was building. And it was done beautifully.
He went 1 on 1 with the Great One.
The match went back and forth. Every WrestleMania they've had.
Yeah.
Back, forth, storytelling, and they've done it so well. It's unbelievable.
Right, so I think that's a good point to end on this week.
I think it is myself.
So, where can the people find us?
You can usually find us on
Facebook, Twitter,
email. But you can also. We already know what the websites are. Or would you care to mention them?
No, you can find us on the Burning Truth on Facebook, Wrestling's Fourth Wall on Twitter, Burning Truth at outlook.com.
That it is.
And all the usual forums. Any messages, send them through. We'll be happy to respond.
We're always happy to respond if anybody has any questions or any topics they want to cover.
Yeah.
Anything. We are generally a bit of a feed. If you want to give any feedback, any critical criticism or anything, tell us. We've always got an open ear. We've always got an open ear.
Right then. So apart from that, folks.
Whoa. We're not just. Whoa. You're not skipping out that easy.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not. I can see your face. Just in case they don't want to just get in touch with Just the Burning Truth, where can they find you?
Facebook.
On Facebook at
Nathan Goff.
Anywhere else?
Xbox.
Xbox under what?
Alexander Owens.
And I've heard a rumour on the grapevine that there's some mystical Twitter account that's appeared.
No,
No?
no.
So there's no mystical account that's appeared for Alexander Owens on Twitter.
I don't know the bloke. He's a mythical being. I mean, it's a fucking legendary game, alright, but
But, you know, sort of a bit of a man, a myth, a legend.
yeah, he's an awesome gamer.
We'll get down to that eventually.
So if you can find him, you can ask him if he's got a Twitter account.
If you can find him, he is for fortune. He will break achievements.
If you've got achievements that no one else can solve, you can always call Alexander Owens.
I was just about to say something then, but I just decided not to because I don't fancy us getting sued.
Hear the fool who makes achievements from me.
Moving on. Moving on. Now, if anybody wants to get in touch with me, with myself, you can either get in touch with me through Matt Burns, Matt Burns UK on Facebook. Twitter is Matt
The bad boy
Burns. I've also got my Instagram, which is Matt Burns UK, and I do have a YouTube channel, but it's not being used currently at the moment, which is Matt Burns TV. But I've also got a Twitch account, which is Matt Burns TV, which will eventually start getting kicked into play at a later date. Maybe do some battles with a certain Alexander Owens.
You found him.
I may have to find. I know. I may not have found him, but I'm gonna go hunting. I'm gonna go hunting on games. And you can also find me on my website, which is www.matt-burns.co.uk, where you'll find some latest news, merchandise, videos, and now pictures. At the moment, we've only got the old school pictures, but more pictures will be getting added on soon. And hopefully, under the picture section, I may even if we get enough fan pictures, I might have a dedicated section for fans.
Yeah. So apart from that, folks, have a good week. Keep your ear to the ground.
Keep your ear to the ground. Stay safe.
Support your local wrestling.
As
and
always.
above all else, back to the studio.
Back to the studio. See you, folks.